I don't think I'm gonna go to LA anymore. I don't think I'm gonna go to LA anymore. I don't know what it's like to land and not race through your door. I don't think I'm gonna go to LA anymore. I don't think I'm gonna go to LA anymore. I'm not sure that I really ever could. Hold on to your hotel key in your bedroom neighborhood. Be sleepwalking in Hollywood. I'm gonna steer clear and burn up in your atmosphere. I'm gonna steer clear, 'cause I'd die if I saw you. I'd die if I didn't see you there. So I don't think I wanna go to LA anymore. I don't think I'm gonna go to LA anymore. I get lost on the boulevard at night, without your voice to tell me I love you, take a ride. Pretending that you is the loneliest side. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna steer clear. I burn up in your atmosphere. I'm gonna steer clear, 'cause I'd die if I saw you. I'd die if I didn't see you. I'm gonna steer clear, oh yeah. I burn up in your atmosphere. I'm gonna steer clear, 'cause I'd die if I saw you. I'd die if I didn't see you there. See you there. Think I'm gonna stay in the grave. I think I'm gonna stay. And all the streetlights say, never mind, never mind. And the canyon lines say, never mind. And sunset says we see this all the time. Never mind, never you mind. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I wonder where I am in my relationship to you. Wherever you go, wherever you are, I watch your life play out in pictures from afar. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I wonder where I am in my relationship to you. Wherever you go, wherever you are, I watch that pretty life play out in takes us from afar. Ooh. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus and America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses and her boyfriend too, yeah, yeah. It's a long day living in Reseda. There's a freeway running through the yard. I'm a bad boy, 'cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart, and I'm free, free falling, falling. Falling, falling. All the vampires walking through the valley, they move west down Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys are standing in the shadows, and the girls are home with broken hearts, and I'm free. Free falling, falling. Now I'm free. Free falling, falling. Free falling now. Free falling now. Free falling now. Free falling now. Free falling. Free falling down, free falling down, free falling. I wanna glide down over my heart. I wanna ride her name in the sky. I wanna free fall out into nothing. Oh, I'm gonna leave this world for a while. Falling, falling. Now I'm free, free falling, falling. And I'm free, free falling, falling. Now I'm free. Free falling, falling. Free falling, falling. Free falling.